into a great quarterback. He's young. So why wouldn't he? He knows he's not taking his job. He knows that's not going to happen.
You need a quality backup.
You got to
And
have
I think that's something
backup.
they see in him.
Yeah.
I mean, when you said, sorry, I forget his name, Matt Moore, when Mahomes was out for that 3-game stretch, Matt Moore came in and stepped up.
Yeah.
Chad Henne came in and stepped up. Chad Henne's not going to be there for a while. Matt Moore's already retired. You need someone else to fill in the gap. And that's what they see in Shane Buechele.
Yeah.
They practically said, man, 3 teams have tried to get him, and the Chiefs have like, well, we'll just elevate you to the roster. So he's not going anywhere unless something were to happen. But this is important because you need quality backup players. And we've seen with other teams, they lose a guy, it's over.
Yeah.
They struggle tremendously.
Yeah. And honestly, and it's maybe an unpopular opinion, but I would have rather had Matt Moore than Chad Henne. I liked Matt Moore.
I would agree with you.
I think he was more accurate. I think he took more chances. He had a lot, in my opinion, he had more football knowledge, and he just seemed to have, how should I word this? I think he
does seem like more of a gunslinger to get it done. Correct. Now, Henne had that great run, and that's great and everything, but more, like you said, was more of an accurate passer. He was able to get plays open, and he just seemed more agile. When he was able to roll with the flow of the offense a little bit better. Chad Henne's more of a pocket-like quarterback. And, hey, Chad Henne came in and did what he had to do. But I think as Andy sees us, hey, he's not going to be here for a long time. Let's go and get these other guys in, learn, let's see what they can do in order to keep building up. And that's all you need at the end of the day because it's important for your team to do that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that, you're going to be struggling.
You're always got to build for the future. That's it.
Yes, you have to build for the present, but also for the future. Exactly. So it's like you get a check from your job, and it's like what? It's $800. Okay, yeah, you're going to spend maybe $200 on bills or whatever. I know that's kind of cheap, but you're going to have to put some on the bills. Take kind of what you have afterwards and put that in like what you need for now, but put away something in the future account. You don't know what's going to happen. That's what the Chiefs have always been doing. Let's just say CH gets hurt again. You got Derek Gore to help him with Darrell Williams. Say Darrell Williams gets hurt. You got Derek Gore to step in. Yeah. Say Marcus Kemp gets hurt, but he's been doing really well. You got other guys like Darius Fountain to step in. So you got many different things and different pieces to work. God forbid Tyrann Mathieu has to sit out a game. You got Armani Watts. Different things like that. That's what you need at the end of the day that's supposed to help you. So
Exactly. And I really like, we've got that depth that we never had before, and other teams have to do that. And that's where a lot of teams struggle, is that they don't know how to find that depth. They don't have the talent behind the scenes to be able to go out and find the depth that will be able to step in, or find the player that is willing to be that behind the scenes depth. A lot of guys don't want to be that person. A lot of guys want to be the DK Metcalf, the OBJs of the world that want to be the top dog all the time. And we have a group of guys that are willing to wait their turn, willing to be that step-in guy that knows that, hey, I've got my spot on this team. I'm going to get a ring regardless. And when I have to be out there, I know I can fill those shoes.
Exactly. And that's one thing Brett Veach has done an excellent job of. Butker, he was on the Panthers practice squad. They tried to hide him. Nope. Brett Veach was like, gotcha. Got him. I mean, Reggie Ragland, when he was on the Bills, Brett Veach was like, I'll send you a 5th round pick from. Gotcha. Get Mike Hughes. Gotcha. DeAndre Baker. Gotcha. I mean, there were so many different moves that Brett Veach was able to bring in quality players. And I'm telling you, man, next year, if not this year, with the emergence of Josh Jackson, DeAndre Baker, and all these other guys we have on the cornerback crew, we're going to have a top 10 cornerback group, maybe even top 5.
Yeah.
With all the guys we have multiple 1st-round picks. We have Tyrann Mathieu. We have one. I mean, we're going to be in a good spot. Just off of the drafting and pulling guys off the practice squad and trading. There's always something Brett Veach is going to do. He finds his guy, and I'm very happy because Josh Jackson, I know people said he kind of fell off. I'm telling you, when he gets on the field, it's going to help benefit our cornerback group.
He fell off because of the system, and people don't realize that. And we have said this so many damn times. Man, these guys are in the NFL for a reason. There's reasons why they may not work within a system or within another team, and it's usually either the coaching, the system that they're in, They may come from a system in college that they have never played in and may not be able to pick up that system that they're going to within the NFL, but they will fit within another system somewhere. It just takes time to find that system.
Exactly.
Yes, are there quarterbacks that have not made it for other reasons? Yeah, there's Johnny Manziel's out there that have done stupid things and gotten kicked out of the league, but that's a different story. When you've got players like a DeAndre Baker or a Josh Jackson, guys that just didn't fit well within a system that they were in, but yet they can go to another team and fit well within that system. And that's one thing that Veach is a genius at, and so is Andy, is finding those players that no one else wants that will fit great within our system and will learn and excel within our system. And that's what we've done so far. And at this point, people can say we missed on this player, that player, the other player. I still say to this day, those aren't misses. Those are dodging bullets. A lot of times those are dodging bullets. And, Veach is no dummy, and neither is Andy. There, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It's that simple. There's time, there was a report that came out again the other day about OBJ. I mean, it was like, oh, he was considering Green Bay. He was considering the Chiefs. He was considering this team, that team, the other team. Yes, he was considering every team. This is all talk. The Rams were always they were in that whole mix the entire time.
They offered more money.
And they did offer more money. Originally, I told everybody there was a West Coast team that was involved. Nobody would give me their name because they didn't want their name out. And I even put that out. I even told a reporter that actually backed me up on Twitter on it 4 days before that trade even happened, or before he even got picked up. I mean,
I remember you telling me, you said, yeah, man, there's an NFC team out there that we don't know who, but they're gonna make a run from. Like, well, I don't know who, because I didn't really think the Rams had money, but I guess they do. But I would say this, and I know you may not agree with me, but after watching OBJ play, I know he had a touchdown. He would do a little bit better in the Chiefs offense. That's all I'm gonna say.
He might.
Because listen to me. There is no way you can grab guard Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, CEH, Josh Gordon, all those guys. No, you can't double team anyone.
No,
that allows for OBJ to do his thing when they don't focus on him, or allow Josh Gordon to get open. I mean, it's basically pick your poison. And this was something I was lobbying for, but people didn't really want to hear what I have to say. But I feel like we're seeing it right now. He's been with the Rams for 3 weeks. They have lost to 3 straight games.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he would have had a better time in Kansas City, but that's just my personal opinion. And I think Mahomes' numbers would have went up.
And we don't know, and he may have. Again, it could have been a situation that he would have thrived here. I don't know. I know that we don't know how he would have done within our system. I know that like a DK Metcalf would never. I've had people ask me, would you? You're crazy if you would have rather had DK over McColl. I would have never taken DK over McColl.
That's what I'm going to say to all the fans. I said that. McColl, when we were down 24-0, ramming back that kickoff in the second quarter and got us to midfield. McColl has had multiple great plays this season. Yes, now has he fumbled the ball one time's too many? Yeah, who hasn't? We've seen it with every player. Kelce has fumbled the ball a couple times. So McColl is fine. McColl, and for all the fans who keep coming after, I'm going to tell you guys this. McColl was not drafted to be a number 1 option. He was not drafted to be Tyreek Hill's replacement. Players like DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin, and there's a couple other guys. Those guys were drafted to primarily fill a void in the number 1, number 2 option. McColl knows this. Tyreek Hill is 1A. Travis Kelce's 1B. And McColl is like 3rd or 4th option, if we're just being honest right now.
And he knows that.
So everyone needs to get off his back, because I understand the frustration. But look, he is going to step in when needed. So give it time. I understand the frustration, but look, I wanted Julio Jones, but look, the issue was Julio is injured half the time. That wouldn't have worked out. Juju Smith-Schuster got hurt again. I don't think that would have worked out either. There are so many guys the Chiefs could have taken in free agency, and I understand the frustration, but it wasn't going to work out.
Not in our system. Our system is
it's just not going to work out, because we would have been giving a bunch of money to Julio Jones and he'd be hurt. He plays 3 games, he's hurt. Yeah. He's on for a week, he's hurt. I mean, the Chiefs can't go through that cycle. You need guys that get ready to play and play now. Yeah, no, does McColl have a lot to learn? Yeah, he's like, what is his 3rd year in the league? Give him time. You guys are acting like he can't. He got drafted basically out of a panic move. That was not a panic move. He was drafted to help fill the void of Sammy Watkins because we all knew Sammy Watkins was not going to be here in the future. Now, regardless of how we love Sammy Watkins or don't, Sammy Watkins was only playing half the season at certain points. He was making a good amount of money. So, I mean, I would love to have Sammy here, but the issue is I'd rather have a McCole who's going to be a little bit more consistent and can play. Even just having the threat of him out there is going to make the team a lot better.
Well, it is, and the whole thing is it's the way our system is built. I mean, we can't have an egotistical player on our field that wants to be thrown to 80% of the time in our system, because there's no one that is thrown to 80% of the time for the most part. I mean, there's times that we throw to 9 different receivers. Tyreek's been thrown. I mean, I specifically remember a game this season, Tyreek was targeted 11 times, maybe.
Tyreek Hill's one of the most targeted wide receivers in the league. He's had quite a few drop passes in the beginning of the season, but he's looking really, really great.
Yeah, he's looking great now. But there was a game I remember, I don't remember which one it was, but he was targeted very little during that game, and I don't remember which one it was this season, but he only had 15 yards or something on the game. I mean, that's going to happen. It's going to happen. So when you're blanketed, when you're double, triple covered, you're not going to get as many targets. It just happens. But our system is built differently. You can't have an egotistical player out there or somebody that wants to be that number one guy all the time and throws baby fits and screams on the sidelines and does the shit that he does. We don't need a TO. We don't need a DK. We need guys out there that understand their role and understand how our system is built, and our fans need to understand how our system is built, because it is a spread offense. Spread offense meaning we spread that shit around. We spread it to everybody. We don't just target, and I know it looks like we only target Tyreek and Kelsey all the time, but that's in certain situations when other people may not be available or, whatever the case may be. But there's been times that we have targeted 9 people in one game. So we have to realize that, and people have to realize that it's not gonna, we're never gonna have a true number 2 wide receiver all the time. We're gonna have a / number 2, number 3. We're gonna have a / number 2, number 3, number 4. We're always going to have somebody out there rotating in and out, whether it be Josh, whether it be McCole, whether it be, Pringle. It could be anybody, but it's never going to be a situation that we're going to have this true number 2 across from Tyreek all the time, and that's why we win. That's why we went to 2 straight Super Bowls, because we don't have what everyone else in this league has. Basically. Yeah,
you know who can get us. Opposing teams know. Okay, this guy can get us. We know Travis Hill. We know Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce can get us, but we don't know if Pringle's gonna get the ball next. We don't know if it could be Robinson. Exactly. We don't know if it's gonna be Hardman. We don't know if it's gonna be any of these other guys. Can it be CH, Darrell Williams, Derek Gore? I mean, there's many different options. So I mean, it's fixed perfectly. But I have a question for you, JP.
Yeah.
Where do you see Cornell Powell coming into his offense? I know he's on the practice squad. Do you think he's going to maybe take it to another notch next year? Or kind of what are your thoughts there? Because I think he can fit and maybe take he can take Robinson's spot, but I'm just kind of confused because he didn't seem to progress in training camp as people wanted him to, it seemed like.
I think he will next year. I think a lot of the problem came with he didn't grasp as quickly as they expected him to, as far as the playbook was concerned, we've seen this time and time again with Andy Reid's playbook, and that's something that when rookies come in, he didn't have let's just put it this way, he didn't have the speed or the route running abilities that Tyreek or McCole had, and we already had that with the players that we've got. So it was very difficult. It was a difficult move for Veach to basically put him on the practice squad. You don't normally do that with a player like him, but it's a necessity, because you have to take a player like him and develop him. I do believe he's going to